Hey you guys, welcome to Arco Iris Ranch. My name is Bree, and I'm getting ready to do our August garden tour. We are gardening in North Texas in Zone 8A, and it has been a rough, hot summer. We have had, I don't know how many days of over 100-degree temperature. Extremely hot out here, miserable to come out here, but I have been coming out here every night to water. So on the day that I'm actually filming this, it's a little bit of a cool front. It's only 98 degrees, but tomorrow it's going to be 110. So surprisingly, I have been able to keep some things alive in the garden. Now a lot of my flowers on the outside have died, but I want to go ahead and focus today on what is actually growing in my garden in August. It is mid-August right now, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what's still growing. First, I want to go ahead and give you all just a quick overview of all the garden beds. So I'm standing right at the gate, and we'll start over here with this one. So you can see there's some zinnias in there, and then there's some amaranth and a couple other herbs. Lots of zinnias over there. There is actually one tomato over there. We'll go take a closer look here in a minute. And then that back bed, you can see the fig tree. You got some zinnias, some basil, some sage, and then one pepper in this bed. We have peppers and marigolds that, although they look rough, they are still blooming. And then we have some zinnias and some marigolds in that bed as well. So the first bed we'll take a closer look at is this one right here. So this right here is a type of amaranth, and it's supposed to be a lot taller than this. I have one growing on the other side of my house, and it's probably maybe like up to here. So those ones are small, and it might be because there's several, maybe 2, 3 planted together. So that could be why. Look at this zinnia. This is one of the queen lime zinnias. I don't remember the exact variety. My parsley is still alive, but you can see it's definitely getting fried by the sun there. We won't even talk about the echinacea in the middle there. And then my dill, this is another dill. I had another dill in a different bed. So this one's over here in this bed, and I'm waiting to see some caterpillars, but I haven't seen any yet. But I'm actually wanting to see caterpillars on there. I know Jess from Roots and Refuge showed all kinds of caterpillars on hers, so I'm hoping to have that on mine. This right here is my oregano, I believe. This is one of my poblano pepper plants, and I don't have any flowers on it yet, but it is a decent size. And then we do have a few more really pretty zinnias on here. And you can see this plant has buds all over it as well. So the zinnias are doing really good. Lots of pretty zinnias over here. Now, although there is definitely bug damage to them, there's still some really pretty ones. We have a red one. That one got pretty eaten. Pretty white one. We have this color right here. These ones are a little bit older. And then here is my one tomato plant that I still have. I do have it in the tomato trellis, but you can see it's definitely a lot taller than the tomato trellis. Now, you can see some flower buds on there. I don't know if they're going to actually produce tomatoes for me because it's so hot. But like, here's another one up here. But I'm just leaving it to see what's happening. And then this plant is also growing quite a bit from the bottom down there. Now, it might actually be better for me to pull that, but I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it and see what happens. We have another really pretty color zinnia right here. Oh, there's a little spider on that one. Oh, don't climb on me. Really, really pretty. And then same thing, there's buds all over it. This one's a little bit spent, but this is one of the queen limes as well. Really pretty. And then I think this is the same seed packet, but you can tell it definitely looks a lot different. That's what it looks like before it opens up. These are just the little zinnias, but look how tiny they are compared to that one. And then we have some really pretty red ones right there. And that other purplish color down there. And then we also have these really cool ones as well. I have been very happy to see all of these zinnias. Now I have picked a few to have in there as bouquets, but I've been kind of just leaving them out here because they're really the only color that's in my garden right now. And so they definitely bring me a lot of joy seeing them. Now, let's go ahead and look at this bed behind me here. So this bed, it has, or had, my strawberries, my blueberries, and my figs. My strawberries aren't doing good, blueberries aren't doing good, but the fig bush is doing really good. You can see how big it's gotten. Now, I don't see any figs on it yet, which I thought I would have by now. But I mean, it looks really, really happy. So I'm definitely happy to see that for sure. Over here in this bed, I have my basil. Been trying to pull the flowers off. It's got these really, really pretty purple flowers. And then these zinnias that aren't looking the best over here. My sage, I love the color of this and the texture of it. It's really, really pretty. I think this one might be a banana pepper. Something stripped off all the leaves on the bottom, but I mean, it's hanging on. And then we have some more really, really pretty zinnias. That one. You can see this is what they look like before they open. And then turn into that. And then we have some pretty ones over here. These are all a little bit spent, but they're still beautiful and getting ready to put on more blooms. This right here is the big peanut plant. And you can see there's some yellow flowers on there. We've had quite a few flowers on there, and it's gotten pretty big. So still waiting to actually try to harvest those. Over in this bed, these are just those little zinnias that I got, the little tiny ones. Still trying to hang on there. That's a marigold right there that I started from seed. That's one that I bought that's not doing too good. This one, growing really, really funky. It had fallen over and then started growing. It was laying down on the ground right here, and this was growing up. Tried staking it, but still growing a little wonky, but hey, it's growing, so I'm gonna leave it. And then we have my peppers right here. The peppers are putting on a good amount of buds. Let me try to show you here. You can see there's lots of flowers, but they're not looking very good. So I think I need to give them some fertilizer or something. But they're still alive and still hanging on. The front ones are all my jalapenos, and the back ones are my poblanos. Now this one was the one that was laying over, and this is what happens. If you leave it laying over for a long time, it will start growing straight up. So I tried staking it up, hoping it would like go back up. I might need to actually like tie the branches to that stake, but it's definitely growing a little wonky for sure. So although there's not as much as I would like to show y'all growing in the garden right now, I've tried really, really hard. I've come out here every single night. On a couple nights, my husband will come out and do it for me because I don't feel like doing it. So, awesome husband. So, yeah. But the zinnias are really the biggest thing that's going on for me right now. You know, seeing all my plants in the outside borders, especially the ones on the arbor side, not looking good at all. The passion vine is growing still. Actually, I guess I can go ahead and show you that. Passion vine isn't growing up the trellis as I would like it to, but let me show you what it's doing. Kind of going wild here. So I did try to get it to start growing down the fence, but it is growing up the trellis. And then this is the one on the other side. Oh, here's my red noodle beans. Let me show you that. So here's what is turning into a bean, I think. And then we got a flower right there, and then another flower up there. That's it on that. See, that doesn't really look really pretty, but over here on the other side, I guess I do have a couple things over here. We have the pincushion flowers. You can see there's some flowers on that. And then this lantana over here is starting to bloom as well. with it being this hot out here, I know I should be trying to direct sow some fall plants or some fall seeds right now, but it's just too hot. And we are deciding on what we're going to do to have a shade cloth for next year, but we're not going to be doing that this year. So if I had some shade cloth up, I could probably start some seeds out here, but it's just too hot. We just now, today, my husband finished getting my new seed starting setup all completed. So I'll actually show y'all that in a different video, but I am going to be starting stuff like lettuce, cabbages, broccoli, and I know there's some flowers in there I want to start, and a couple other things I forgot. I pulled out all my seeds and went through them all, so I separated what I'm going to start. So I am going to get that done here hopefully this weekend is the plan. I think that might be a little bit late, but better late than never. So I don't see a near end for these hot temperatures. So I don't want to start anything out here and just waste the seeds. So I'll just start all of it inside. My plan for this fall/winter garden is to grow a bunch of stuff for the chickens to help offset our feed bills. So I'm wanting to do a lot of lettuce. So I think I have a 72 count tray that I'm going to start all with different lettuces. So that should be fun. So yeah, I want to have a lot of different lettuces growing. I think I have some radishes in there too. I don't know, I have a whole bunch of stuff. I'll do that in a different video. But yeah, that's my plan for this fall/winter garden. I know I want to do cabbages. I did cabbages the first year and they got really big, really beautiful. Then we have those little worms, little cabbage worms, and that just ruined all my cabbages. So I want to try to grow cabbages and put like a cloth over them to prevent those moths from coming and laying their eggs and then hatching all the thousands of caterpillars. So fingers crossed, hopefully that works out. Cabbages are just really, really pretty. Now I'll be honest, I don't really eat cabbage, but the chickens will. The chickens will definitely enjoy that. So, and I have tons of seeds for them. Now the broccoli I will actually eat. I'll make cheddar broccoli soup with that, but I will give all the leaves and stuff to the chickens. So that's the goal. Hopefully offset my feed cost and grow some yummy things for the chickens. But I know this garden tour is definitely a lot shorter than most of my other garden tours because I'm not going to go through and show y'all every plant that's dying. Definitely in the spring I am hoping to start a bunch of my plants that I'm going to be putting in the outside flower beds. I have so many seeds, you guys, and now I actually have a good, well, I feel like it's a decent seed starting station set up. So I think I'll be able to actually start a bunch of my own plants for my flower beds next year. So I'm pretty excited about that. But that's it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.